So today we are going to be finishing Mason's passenger seat. We just need to put the other piece of strip steel in here and weld up the bracket from this piece to this piece. We need to put some bolts in it so we know that it's nice and true before we go welding on it. We'll get it tacked and then we'll take it out and fully weld it once out of the truck. And we'll start getting the brackets made for the other seat and get that mounted in here. It needs to be done. This is Bailey's new truck. 24 valve 5-speed. You ain't keeping it? Hood's bent. Hey, hush. Hush. She's got a little bit of rust over here on the passenger side. Just a little bit. Five-speed. Oh, I should have known better. Should have known better. She's definitely a country boy truck. So to fire this thing up, you just kick the key on, make sure she's in neutral, give her a couple shakes. Come on down here. That's what I'm talking about. We are just moving right along. We got the second seat all the way mounted on the brackets. Mason is putting the reclining assembly cover thing on. We're gonna wipe it down. It's got some dust on it. And we will be ready to stick this thing in the truck. And we will go ahead and hook up the harnesses on it. Take the dually for a spin. Finally getting rid of this old LB7 core engine, I guess you could say. The guy's pretty much just buying it for a core. He's on the way here to pick it up right now. Giving him all this stuff with it just to get it out of the way. I have no need for it, so we're just gonna let it ride. So Corey came over today and he taped off all of his truck from the bed down, from the top of the bed down, and painted these rails black. He also got new wheels on it. I think they're 20 by 12s. So it's looking good, looking flossy. He also did a mod. Why don't you go ahead and explain to us what you did? Because they don't make, you cannot buy 3rd gen inner fender liners. So he took some out of 4th gen.
Yeah, these are 4th gen liners, and they actually are a lot easier to put in than you would think. So these holes are already here for a 4th gen, and those holes are already on a 3rd gen bed. So to make it fit, all you gotta do is just get your liner, obviously, get your 4th gen liners, lay them up in there, and shoot 2 screws in there, and then just go on the inside and trace a line where you need to trim it, because it's wider.
It's gonna want to come out like to here.
Yeah, like the tops, actually, you don't have to trim it all at the top. You basically have to trim this, because the 4th gen doesn't come in like this. And then you have to trim a little bit up in the back, but you can kind of do whatever you want to do in here.
Yeah, you're pretty much.
This is the part that's gonna have to be the same on every truck, but
I mean, you can't even tell though. It looks like it was made for the truck. And if you come over here to the other side, pretty much the same deal, but he did cut a hole, looks like, for his flip over ball or lift up, pop up. But yeah, I mean, any of you guys out there with 3rd gens? Because you can't find these anymore, they don't make them. He just went to a dealership, and I think you got them at the dealership, didn't you?
yeah.
You just order them for a 4th gen. You can have wheel liners. Keep your underbody, keep all the dirt and stuff from getting up in the bed. Make your truck last a lot longer.
Two different holes make a big deal.
Yeah, they make it a lot easier to put them in.
Screw them in, and then just draw a line on the back of them, and just cut them with pin snips.
It's a lot easier than you'd think. We're working on Bailey's truck. We got all the wiring. Ran down the side of the engine block. Got the fuel inlet hooked up. Got fuel line on the back of the head hooked up. Just taking our time. Not getting in a hurry. Trying to make everything as factory as can be. We got the.
It's got a P pump on it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, still kind of factory. Got all the coolant lines and everything hooked up. We can't put the compounds together until the tran's in. We're still waiting on the new valve body for this transmission. Once we get the manual valve body in, we will stick it in. We really need to clean that up first. Paint it, give it a fresh coat of black paint. And then we got the converter here. I think it's a Suncoast triple disc. I believe so. Yeah, it's a Suncoast triple disc converter. Got a billet input shaft. Pretty much completely built trans from what we've dug into it and seen, but who knows how long it's going to last in this thing. So at this point, the video is all over the place. It's currently Sunday. Bailey's on the way over. We're about to work on his truck and try to finish getting everything that we can put together on it. We we pretty much left off last time. The last clip you guys saw, he didn't really work on it much after that, but we're just getting everything buttoned up on the truck as far as, the fuel side, and we got the starter on, all that good stuff. But he's going to get over here today. We're going to get this pump timed, and we're going to, he said something about trying to fire it off just to, just to be able to start it, I guess. But we'll see how far we get with that. I mean, in theory, it wouldn't take much to start it, really. It just takes, all it takes is fuel and a starter. But we'll see. We need to, we're going to try to determine the timing a little better. If you guys watched our older videos, this is a 12 millimeter Columbus diesel injection pump. It's a P7100 pump. It flows about 650 cc's. And one thing about the pump is we do not know where it is timed. We don't know if the timing, because whenever you're pin timed, we don't know where that's at. So it could be 20 degrees. We just have no idea. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to do some math, do some research online. And we got a dial indicator to go in the delivery valve and see if we can figure out where the pump is pin timed at. If that's something we think we can figure out. And then we're going to try to set, be able to get a realistic number on the timing. So it's just not a guess. Because before we just messed with it until we got it to start good and would run good. And that's just where we left it. But anyways, with all that out of the way, we need to also get the transmission put in. So we may try to do that. We are still waiting on a valve body, but may try to get the transmission put in. I don't really know what all we're going to get done today, guys. So just enjoy. So Bailey's working on timing his pump. We're going to find out where it actually is timed at. So to start, he removed the delivery valve. Takes a 32 millimeter socket from Snap-on, and what's actually a blue point, but here's the part number for you guys if you need to do like delivery valves in your truck. Anyways, it's SP503. Then you'll pull your delivery valve holder out. There's a little spring, just kind of stick that back in there so you don't lose it. Then here's your delivery valve. It's 2 pieces. You can see it now. So we're setting the motor now at top dead center. You can just line the crank and the cam up to do that. And once it's at top dead center, we're going to, I don't know what he's going to do. I'll have to explain that when we get there. So right now the pump is pin timed. You can see there's a little pin on this side of the injection pump. And you take that plug out, and whenever you turn the engine over, eventually a pin will line up. And right now we're measuring the lift that it has at whenever that pin's lined up, and it has 247 thousandths of lift. But this cam, we don't think this is the original cam that came in this P pump. So right now we're trying to figure out if we can identify where this pump is pin timed at. If any of this information is incorrect, use at your own risk. We're still kind of learning, playing with it, but we're going to get it figured out. So we got the injection lines put back on, got them all tight. This is just a temporary piece of fuel line we're using here. It's actually vacuum line. I'm just going to use it real quick so we can start the engine. And Bailey's working on putting the compounds back together. We had to, since the truck doesn't have a transmission in it, how everything is kind of clocked is way off, so he measured off his dually, and we got a measurement of pretty much where the engine's going to sit, so that way whenever he puts the compounds together, it'll be correct and it's not going to be all out of whack. So now we're just working on putting these on. Okay guys, we got the compounds almost all the way installed. Got the oil feeds hooked up. Did you tighten that? That's the time. We got everything on it pretty much hooked up. We're just going to put the compressors on, and we'll probably go through trying to get it primed up and try to start it up at that point. Let's give you just a little brief look at everything. New blue paint on it. Looking good.
Dylan, what are you doing?
Giving her some oil. Yep. That's it. 4 quarts and she's good. There it goes.
Ready? You work?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I got some number 2. Well, looks like we're gonna need a jump. Well, guys, it's obviously now the next day, but it got a little late last night, and he worked on the truck a little bit today when I wasn't here. Actually all day. But at this point, I'm actually gonna close out the video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, so you can stay up to date on all these builds, and we'll see you guys on the next one.